When I was in the army, I used to get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night, sometimes four, rarely seven. And I just felt like during the day that if I kept swimming like a shark, I wouldn't get tired. But if I sat down for more than like 2 minutes, I'd just fall asleep. And the reason why I bring this up is because my co-host keeps harassing me to do these things just to keep swimming. Because if you don't keep swimming, then you're just going to drown. Uh, Today, kind of a stream of consciousness, like I like to do. So I saw this ad on screen of the U.S. Navy, and I thought it was a joke, a meme, or something like that. This super feminine young man with a beard and his girlfriend. It's not his girlfriend, it's his brother. The idea is like this is the recruitment ad for the Navy that they have out there. Um, these two young men, the cultural idea of what masculinity is. Recruiting other young men to serve their nation and to build some type of internal character that they can pass on to their children. Um, I wouldn't join the Navy. Period. I joined a different branch. The idea is that if this is the type of young man that you're attempting to recruit, what are you going to turn him into? Um, and I looked it up. These are not actually like people sailors. These are two YouTubers. They look actually worse in the YouTube video. I didn't watch it because I don't like feeling nauseous and angry. But this is a recruitment video. Fire everyone and buy ropes. So I bring these two videos up, and I've been working with young men since I graduated from college. This is a speech that Navy SEAL Senior Chief Jason Gardner gave in Afghanistan in 2009. And I listen to the speech sometimes, and this is what I emulate when I talk to young boys. Like it's the persona that I put on when I was in charge of young men in the military, and then coaching high school football. Where he says that they're going to put the white hot justice of 762 through a bad guy, an enemy of the United States, and then go eat a sandwich. And then this awesome guy, someone wrote it in there. I want to get him right. Uh, I think it's Ryan Cohn. I guess. I guess I may be wrong. Anyway, this sergeant major gives this speech in which he's telling young men that they're going to kill the enemy, kill the enemy, kill the enemy as he chews tobacco and spits. And that they're responsible for the welfare of the Marine to the left and the right, and whatever they do at the end of the day, like you they will be backed by their command because shit needs to get done. So I bring all this up because here's this short, cute cup of coffee is Olivia Dunne. The reason why I'm interested in her is because a few years back, the NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, allowed athletes to start getting paid. One of the funny things behind this wasn't basketball or men's basketball and men's football that were really getting paid. It's girls like this that they can sell their NIL is name, image, and likeness. They're selling their name, their image, and their likeness. And so a cute cup of coffee like this, man, she can get a lot of money, and no one actually cares if she's good at gymnastics or not. She's just raking in the dough. I had a picture pulled up. I guess she's the cover model for Sports Illustrated this year, and she's barely wearing anything. I don't want to pull it up because I don't want to get copyright written or copy strict, whatever. Point being, again, that here's this young lady. She's 20 years old. There was a story that came out that says she can no longer go to class at LSU because she's too famous. She's had too many issues. People can't. Probably young men can't stay focused around her, and she can no longer go to in-person classes. And I actually feel sympathy for her because like I can understand that she's probably so wealthy that she never has to work for the rest of her life. Would not surprise me that she goes into politics the video being politics is downstream of culture. She goes into politics or she goes into Hollywood. She ends up being the face of a country for the next 10 or 20 years. And I have to question, like, I can understand as a parent the need to have your child be secure. And Olivia Dunne probably never has to work a day for the rest of her life. At 20 years old, it doesn't matter what she does. She goes to the Olympics, she goes to Hollywood, whatever she does, she never has to work again a day in her life. And the downside to that, as I pop this story up, is there's a second round draft pick in the NFL that signed an NIL deal. And this NIL deal for him, name, image, and likeness, was predatory because they also built into the contract, which they're going to try and void now, is that for the next 25 years, he has to pay 15% of his pre-tax NFL earnings to this company in exchange for a one-time payment of $436,000 because someone didn't read the contract. You know, he doesn't have people around him, parents, other support structures to go, wait a second, don't sign that. Hopefully Olivia Dunne has a good support structure around her, but the type of people that you're that you're going to select for, the social system that you're going to select for to allow her to pimp herself out on social media for her name, image, and likeness, and not just be a college student or college athlete, not be able to go out and just be a wife and a mother and have children down the line and contribute in a positive aspect to culture. You know, if we're having young men join the Navy to be like this, we're having young girls sell their name, image, and likeness for what? Like, again, I understand parents needing to feel like their children are secure financially from a resource standpoint for the rest of their lives. But what Flossie and Deal have you made to sell your child's soul in order for them to reach that point? She will never be around. Asterisk, I should back this up. The likelihood of her being around a young man or anybody that actually gives a shit about her for the rest of her life, that she's going to be able to select for a mate that to have good children, to impart good cultural values in her offspring, in order to not make young men like this and not pimp themselves out on social media, so that they're not around people that are giving them $436,000 one time so they can get 15% of their lifetime earnings for the next 25 years, is small. Like, you've allowed your child to sell their soul so they have financial security, but what does that financial security buy them? I was joking with my friend or my co-host today about Shannon Elizabeth, and I didn't pull her up because it just came to my head right now. She turned 50 yesterday, and Shannon Elizabeth was the young actress in the American Pie movies. Absolutely gorgeous young lady. She's 50 now, still attractive, but she doesn't have any children. She's just 50. She had that in Hollywood. Speaking of, with Ellen Page or whatever, I don't even, Elliot Page, whatever, the actress that's now trans and whatever, who it came out that she was sexually abused in Hollywood before she decided to become trans, a quote unquote, pretend to be a man. The people that you surround yourself with, these social systems, they've been selecting out certain traits. They're probably not the traits that you want to have your children be around, because your children are not going to be able to impart good information to their offspring, because that's the cultural entropy that we're going through, the decay. The issues with intelligence, being able to properly understand the concepts that are behind this. I was talking to my dad yesterday, trying to explain to him about how to use his cell phone. And I was like, you kind of need to understand what you're doing. You just can't keep clicking the buttons and hope you get to the point that you want to get to. And I was like, it's like a shaman doing a rain dance. Like, what is he actually doing to make it rain? And my father turns around and looks at me and was like, it doesn't matter if he got it to rain, right? And these are the information that we're trying to impart in our children, and we're diluting them down every generation, because you can't impart the information on your children unless your children actually endure adversity. Is it the right information? A friend of mine was actually talking about reading about Cameron Diaz when she was dating her now husband, and she couldn't even order a pizza because she had so many people around her making sure that she never had to deal with any type of adversity. Like, what are you giving your children when you allow them to go on social media and pimp themselves out for clicks? Like, she's a 20-year-old girl, and why wasn't her family saying, like, I don't think this is healthy for you? It's going to result in you not being able to ever have, and I use this loosely, normal, but it's not about normal. It's about the proper balance of adversity and positive reinforcement for behavior. I mean, like a young lady that's purely exists because of her looks, because no one cares about what she's studying, and no one cares about how good she is at gymnastics. It just so happens that she does those things. And I end today, before this gets too long, talking about Disney stock. Disney being the head of the tributary to the river of culture in the United States, who their stock is precariously going down under $80 from a high, I think, a year ago or almost a year ago, or excuse me, since 2021, a high of $197. It's hovering right down there around going to go under 80, because nothing that they are putting out has any cultural value anymore. They've burned their company to the ground in pursuit of what? Some type of magical validation, social validation from money coming in to sabotage the culture of the Western world. And all you have left of it, or left from this, the benefit that you got for pimping out your soul is a balloon that's going to pop. So, as my co-host always likes to tell me to do at the end of the videos, is say something positive. And what I would say is, like, these are the things that occur so you can have the ability to reflect and say, am I doing what's necessary to improve myself? Do I have the skills to improve myself? Am I wasting time watching things on TV that have no value? It's not about reading books. It's about what's in the book, being able to understand what is causing it to rain, instead of just doing your rain dance, and then hoping that the correlation equals the causation. So what information are you instilling in your child? When you give them the access to social media, why? What are they going to get out of it in the future? Are they going to be able to impart what you gave them in a positive manner to their children, or are they going to just burn their ability to have any future happiness, to be surrounded by people of any value, to the ground at 20 years old? So anyway, that's all I got for today. Yeah, maybe some other time.